Clippers trail by 11. Paul outside. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Pass to Griffin. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Now here's Cousins. Johnson goes in. Pass to A-Train. And Cousins kicks to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterwards.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
Gay, that one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And it's the Kings with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gay outside. Sacramento moving it around. Johnson attacking to the middle. Kicks it out to Gay. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Paul. Outside Griffin. Back to Paul. Jeff Green on the wing. No good on the triple. Kings leading now by 13. Johnson with it. Chris Paul covering.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Griffin. Can't hit. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. The dish to Johnson. Fires for 3. Good. Johnson's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Sacramento.
Great 3-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
And the Clippers call time here. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Some changes for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Quincy Acey. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Johnson. The Clippers also making some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand. And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
A nice shot by Griffin.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
That's good. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Sacramento with the ball. Following the miss by Cole Aldrich. Screen by Cousins. They set the pick. Here's A-Train. Cousins, no one around him. Again, Sacramento.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Now here's Rivers, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Green gets it to go.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
To the paint, Caspi passes to A-Train. Poke loose. Griffin with the steal. Rivers dishes to Griffin. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rondo against Rivers. The feed now to Aldrich. No luck. Some solid defense from Gay. Kings leading now by 13. Passes it to Caspi. Outside Rondo. And Cousins kicks to Gay. He dishes it to Caspi. Inside, Cousins. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Gay, following the miss by Austin Rivers.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
He feeds it to Griffin. Down low, Crawford. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points, 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
The Kings making a switch here. Kufis is checked in. Paul Pierce is checked in for Los Angeles.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Crawford. Green's got his second basket of the night.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Here's Crawford. It's an 18-point game. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Here's Gay. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, there's no doubt.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensive.
I think I'll forever be.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Pierce. And it's Crawford at the 3. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing, and the Kings check on 2 more.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. It's stolen by Johnson. And now Sacramento on the break. Johnson's got the ball, and the basket by Collison.
Pedal to the metal right now, really pushing it.
And 3 of their last 5 makes here coming in transition.
The pass to Redick. Johnson over to help. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Sacramento. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in for Pierce. Jordan the pass to Crawford. And the wide open shot from Paul. Hits it from 3-point range. Paul's got 6 in the quarter. One thing about Jamal Crawford, he is the definition of a streak shooter. When he's hot, baby, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a combination of craftiness and athleticism. It makes him very hard to defend. He can spot you up, run you off picks, drive past you. This guy gives you the real deal.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from 3-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. The drive by Paul. Jordan dishes the ball. And the wide open shot from Redick. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Johnson with it. Chris Paul covering. Johnson against Paul. Johnson kicks to Collison. 5 on the clock. They double team Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he gets the bucket. Acey's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Sacramento making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Paul kicks to Griffin. Crawford right side. Puts it up from 12. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Johnson against Paul. Johnson, the pass to Collison. Cousins with a screen for Johnson. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Kicks to Collison. Johnson dishes to Acey. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Acey's got 8 points.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's the 3-second violation. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Take a look at Redick, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage. And, of course, Jamal Crawford doing just as much. Another player that shoots extremely well from the free throw line.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. 'Cause he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Johnson outside. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he gets it to go.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Feeds it to Collison. Johnson kicks to Acey. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Acey's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And taken away by Johnson. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Jordan kicks to Paul, and he gets it to go. Paul's got 11 points.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Outside Collison. Cousins with a screen for Collison, and Cousins throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice. No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Dishes it to Bellinelli. He kicks to Collison. Six to shoot, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them. Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Crawford, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Johnson, that's for 2, and there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Kings. A-Train, he's checked in for Collison. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Johnson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Redick with the bucket. As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the 2nd most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
Up the floor. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist from Redick.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Here's Paul, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Caspi comes in for Quincy Acey, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Bellinelli. And then for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick. They get it back.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Pass to Rondo. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Rivers. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Cousins.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Knocked loose. Unhindered, going all the way. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul. Sacramento's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Screen by Cousins. Pass to Rondo. There's the dish to Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kings moving the ball around. And that is good. And that's now 18 points for Gay.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And the Kings pushing it up now. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
To the paint, Aldrich got a piece of it.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Rondo passes to Caspi. Shot clock at 5. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
26 seconds left in the first half. Screen by Cousins. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Rivers. The feed to Gay, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Paul. He's got 14. Shot to stop the drought. The shot no good.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Sacramento delivering the blowout. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Doc, what?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Rudy Gay has been getting it done. He had 18 points and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Ernie, I'm going to hit you with some Spanish. Reason number uno why they're being blown out is their poor reboundation. Is that right? Rebounding? I don't know. Rebounding, whatever, however you say it. They're just not battling. Where's the fight? They've had way too many one-and-done possessions. Time to crank up the effort, Ernie.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Rudy Gay playing very well. 18 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
They've got A-Train. Rudy Gay is out there with Quincy Ace. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Johnson in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Paul outside. Jordan with a screen on Johnson. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
And it's blocked.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Just 4 to shoot. And Cousins kicks to Johnson. To the inside. Here's AC. Boom, he jams it straight down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
A clear look for Cousins. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 16 points here for Cousins.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
It's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Here's Redick. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Off the inbound pass. And that one comes up a bit short.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Johnson with it. Chris Paul covering. Cousins with a screen for Johnson. No good from Cousins.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Johnson outside. Cousins, the pass to A-Train. Griffin with the steal. And it's Paul penetrating, and the basket good. Paul's got 16.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he was able to convert on the finger roll.
Johnson against Paul. To the wing on the left. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Gay, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's 21 points for Rudy Gay.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Paul outside. Jordan throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for A-Train. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Crawford's checked in.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit a stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
The Kings have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Griffin with the ball.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Johnson attacking. Griffin with the steal. Crawford dishes to Paul. Pass to Griffin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 15 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Kufis checked in for Quincy Acey. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Johnson kicks to Kufis. Johnson up top. He's guarded by Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Collison's shot is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. He dishes it to Redick. Picked by Griffin. Redick against Collison. Jordan with a screen on Collison. Redick for 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Griffin, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Caspi, he's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Johnson. Count the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Crawford against Collison. Shot off the pick. That one wide left.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
That is good. Bellinelli's got 7 points in the game.
It's been about tempo and pace. With this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Collison kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Collison. Rivers against Rondo. Goes up the baseline. Good as the jump shot falls. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night. For Los Angeles, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. In the corner, it's Griffin. Makes it off the glass. Griffin's got 8 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Crawford passes to Rivers. Griffin kicks to Crawford. Offline with his 3.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Rondo with a nice dish.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Rivers kicks to Griffin. Shoots from 12. Koufos grabs the miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Crawford, no one around him. But they recover it. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
The drive by Collison. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and has been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
Rivers against Rondo. Griffin goes in. And now it's Collison running. He can go all the way. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Sacramento.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace, and that was far from it.
Caspi dishes to Collison. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Over to the left wing. Here's Rondo. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pierce the pass to Rivers. Griffin, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Rondo. No good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. And there's Darren Collison on the assist by Rondo. 14 points for Darren Collison.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Misses the 3. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 17 seconds left in the third. Rondo against Rivers. Rondo with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Rondo's got 9 points.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Sacramento Kings game. The Clippers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Cole Aldrich is out there with Pierce. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Prigioni in at the 1. And here we go. Kings running again. Curry, good. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Kings.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And so here's Sacramento. And there's the pass to McLemore. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Rivers kicks to Johnson. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Pierce wide open. He fires. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it all hype or will it be reality? We're about to find out, along with the fans in this stadium and the people watching at home.
And you can feel the excitement in here today, guys. I mean, anytime you add a player of his caliber, it is going to be a huge lift for your team.
Prigioni dishes to Rivers, and he overshot that one, missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Here's Curry. Kicks it to McLemore to the wing right side. Sacramento moving it around. Again, Sacramento.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Curry's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
And McLemore kicks to Curry. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter. Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside Pierce. He's looking for Rivers and finds him. And the shot is good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Kings have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. In the corner, it's McLemore. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound by Aldrich. Aldrich has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Johnson, a wide open look, sinks the triple.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Curry passes to Cauley Stein. Here's McLemore. Kufis kicks to McLemore. Stolen by Rivers.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, people would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Here's Prigioni. That one goes. Count it.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Now Curry. Down low, here's McLemore, and he banks in the layup.
I love the low post attack on that one.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run. They double up Pierce inside. Rivers, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Kufis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Kufis. Cauley-Stein dishes to Curry. That drops. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Prigioni. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Curry kicks to Caspi. Outside Curry. No good on the 3. And Costa Kufis picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Costa Kufis. And then for the Clippers, Jeff Ayers comes in for Cole Aldrich. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Rivers. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Sacramento. And Bahamute is checked in for Los Angeles.
Well, look, league business clearly doing well. Franchises, values are skyrocketing, and a new TV deal kicking in next season as well. It represents the largest expansion of league revenues in history. An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Plenty of space. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And the NBA's TV deal paying about 3 times as much per year as the previous deal.
And it's changing the math as far as the salary cap and contract negotiations go. For the fans out there, don't get sticker shock. The players expect to share in these revenues.
Again, Pierce missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Prigioni. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the whistle blows.
Get on Collison. Pierce.
Hey, watch Bellinelli. Get on Collison. Get on Bellinelli.
Out of bounds.
Bellinelli. Automatic. Pierce. Take it out on Collison.